Alright, I'm done.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Cool.
What's up, everybody? It's the Takeover Part 2. George is gone, so all three of us decided it's time for an insert. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Woo!
How you doing?
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
It's time to answer some questions.
Guess
the
who's
helm
back?
of reasoning has been filled
Refilled.
again. Guess who's back?
We threw out all the questions, then
Back
I don't know
again.
where we put them. So we had to go find more
So,
questions.
some new questions.
Yeah,
This
new
is
questions.
good. This is
That's
good.
good.
And we're all having a good day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Sleep deprived, but you know.
Isn't that just...
That makes literally one of us.
life.
The rest of us are fine.
As long as you two are having fun.
Yeah, we're having
That's
fun.
what matters.
Ah.
It's gonna be weird editing myself.
Oh!
Already.
You guys are familiar with the show, you know how it works. Helm questions go in there, and then us
so
people
much.
answer these things. So,
We're literally like not even a full minute in.
yep.
Yep.
All right. Hey, you want to start us off?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I can draw in glass.
Okay. Well,
mean,
the
okay.
camera can't pick that up.
I know.
He's probably drawing something obscene, so please don't look what that is.
Never. I would never do that.
Okay, so first
First question.
question. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Jinx.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Dear insert, Charlie Hornsey. That's literally what it says, Charlie
Okay.
Hornsey.
Okay.
Dear insert, I'm currently building a Wild West loadout for an apocalyptic game coming up. What sort of style would you guys go for in that style of game? So Wild West loadout. I mean, obviously all revolvers then.
Oh,
You just
didn't we have this conversation before? I feel like, especially in California, there's got to be like a town.
We need to have a Wild
middle
West
of
shootout.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Because we got the repeater
Yeah.
and revolvers.
would that only be like it's apocalyptic though? That's
Wait,
kind
but
of
I feel like he already answered his question. Like, what sort of style? A Wild West
Yeah.
style.
so
but,
like
okay, so like in what though?
Mhm.
Like what would we choose? Like a revolver?
I
Or would
mean,
you go
the
with
rev-
like the
That's
the repeater.
I don't like
Yeah.
the repeater. I don't like the repeater.
I
It's too
would.
big and
So
it's
cool.
the thing jams all the
But
time.
it's
So
so cool.
okay, no, what I might get though is the 1887 shotgun that we got. that
Yeah,
ejects
like a
shot.
lever action.
Because
Okay.
that's cool.
That's
Okay.
not, that's a repeater rifle.
Yeah,
Isn't
but,
that's a
but I
repeater.
don't like the Winchester rifle that we have
Okay,
because it
okay,
jams all the time.
Okay.
But the
But you'd go with a shotgun.
The shotgun.
the shotgun is cool because even if it jams, I'll be like, oh, but the
Yeah.
shell's coming out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
true.
really want to do a Terminator impression.
Like the Mad Max style double-barreled. I guess that would work for
Dude,
Wild
The,
West.
the repeater ejector is cool.
You
cooler
said
for me.
Terminator, and then I'm thinking Western, so I just automatically go to the Duke reciting Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liners.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Who is your
Pilgrims.
daddy, and what does he do?
Pilgrims.
Who's your daddy?
What does he
Alright,
do? He's not a tumor.
Yeah, and then I mean, obviously, then you got to have like the dusters and you got to have like the hat and the bandana.
I'll just come out and like, what
Yeah.
is this? Like, what is suspended?
You go all out.
Yeah.
I mean, because we did that revolver video, and that was
Oh,
fun. but
just a leather
Full on would
like
be cool.
like trench coat duster.
Chap.
Oh, not chaps.
So wait, would you have special vehicle rules for horses?
If you could get
we've
a
had
horse-
this discussion about horses before.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Horses.
You'd have to
no
just give
bueno.
them iPro.
No,
That's
they someone's getting bucked off
that's
and,
true.
and trampled
That's
to
bad.
death.
Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
I feel like a shootout would be more fun, kind of in between the buildings anyway, and not
Oh,
necessarily
yeah.
a
We
horse.
need
dude.
you guys need to make
Or it starts off with like a one-on-one, and then whoever it sort of incites the battle. It's like, oh, he died, so we're going crazy.
we
now.
need
I
like
don't know.
guys with fog machines replicating the insane amount of black
Dude,
black powder.
I just wanna-
like or no one can see anything anymore.
I really just want to reenact the 310 to Yuma final shootout scene at the train station.
You know,
Yeah.
truth be told, I've never watched that movie.
You're the only
Get
one.
off of our
I'm
show.
You're literally the only one here that's watched it because I haven't seen it either.
Get off of the show! Both of you off the show!
That's cool.
Everybody's off the show right now!
I'm editing it
Hey,
anyway.
whatever,
So.
whatever. That's what we should have watched.
Instead
Instead
of
of Bone
Bone
Tomahawk.
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 You guys want to
You
see
guys
a
are wondering
movie?
where Richard, where
Roger?
Roger went.
Yeah.
He went to go.
He went to
home.
go. He went
to go see Bone
develop
Tomahawk.
a career, suggesting horrible films for his
Horrible
friends to
films,
watch.
Roger. Why?
Bone Tomahawk.
Any movie.
Damn it!
We're
Kurt
so-
Russell Western, totally there.
Just
Just
look
the
it up.
worst.
Look
Don't
it up.
watch Bone
It's
Tomahawk.
terrible.
It's a terrible movie. Torn asunder. Lauren, you want to pick the next question?
Of course, as I add to my drawing.
Oh God. Now any westerns ruined by that.
All right.
Okay.
Bear Team Airsoft. I like that name. That's pretty good. Dear Insert, does an airsoft line battle sound fun with airsoft muskets and authentic uniforms?
Oh, like a Civil War.
Yeah,
like,
Revolutionary
No.
War, Napoleonic Wars.
Jesus.
There's a reason.
Love the show. I mean, airsoft guns are already basically a musket.
They're just as
They're a
accurate.
musket, but like to look like one, I don't know. I feel like I'd be that one guy that would incite guerrilla warfare, like in the Revolutionary
Dude,
War.
we could totally like all you got to use is like a Mosin Nagant, right? But then put a automotive like plastic funnel on the end, spray painted, and you got a musket.
I'm writing that project down. Musket.
Plastic musket.
It's just a funnel on
Does
the
that
end
mean
of it.
that like when I like pull the bolt back though, I have to like
Oh,
Musket
that's
and
true.
a gun.
like
I like this. I can actually write on this table. I can write ideas. This is
KTW actually makes a flintlock pistol, like a spring action
Yeah,
flintlock
really?
pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It even has like the filigree and everything.
yeah, and then
So
like you
good.
pull it back like I mean it doesn't hit very hard, but you like pull back the hammer and the spring there fires the BB.
You know what you could do too? You could probably use those old paper caps
Yeah.
and have that pop at the
Oh,
same
that'd
time.
be so much fun.
Yeah.
See, I feel like I said though, I feel like I'd be the guy to incite the guerrilla warfare team rather than the guys that are stuck on the line, suckers.
Well, there's
Everybody else is like, going with the gameplay, and Lauren's off by himself as a Minuteman, just like.
So effective.
I wouldn't call my hits. I just feel like you're not part of you're not part of this team.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we don't
What
play.
about cannon fire? Like, how does that work?
Just I don't know, like air cannons filled.
You
With
just have to
basket- like-
play
like a
ball.
soccer
like,
ball.
No, with dodgeballs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be
So,
down.
yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
A line
Uh,
battle would suck.
No, there's a reason why the military doesn't use that strategy anymore because
Yeah.
it's awful.
Yeah.
Hey man, what I'm excited about is that's 2 questions now of historic types of gun battles. So that's pretty badass.
See if we can get 3. Is there a third? Do you think we can get a
No,
third?
there's
No idea.
I don't think there is.
All right, here we go. This is another game type question. The Foxhound unit, that's pretty good too, asks, "Hey Insert, would a stealth game with pistols and knives only work out?" It would, in fact. It's
Yeah.
called Trouble in Terrorist Town
Yeah.
Plug.
or Murder.
Plug.
Both of those work.
Like full on legit though, like like covert type of thing where you've got either team versus team or like just everybody for themselves. That'd be so much fun. I've actually we did the team versus team thing when we were at Red Storm West a couple years ago. Remember that? We were sneaking around all
yeah.
those buildings. There was like 14 or 15 of us sneaking around 4 or 5 story industrial buildings,
Yeah.
completely dark.
Be in the dark.
A couple of guys had night vision that were leading us, and it was leaving like glow sticks to light your path and
Oh, yeah.
picking them up as you go.
And
so you
we'd
don't-
chem light each other so
Oh,
that way
yeah.
you could see who was in front of you.
It was fun.
Yep.
Actually, we did see a lot of firefights too,
Yeah.
and like we ended up being the last team left. Like we just outlasted everybody.
Well, there were 3 teams.
Well,
And the other 2 teams were shooting at each other as we were going around everything.
yeah, true. Hey, but hey, it's still effective.
Oh yeah. Oh, it
still
totally
won.
worked. Yeah.
was
The only way like the stealth pistol angle would work is if you guys were using like Mark 23s, because that's really the only effectively
No, I mean, like,
silenced pistol.
I
For
think the
airsoft.
mobility though. I mean, I'm thinking like it'd be cool as like
Depends on
a.
the size of the venue too. Like
I
if
think
you're
it'd be
indoors.
I think it'd be cool as like a what do you call it like a dam mission.
Yeah.
Where you guys
oh, yeah.
are like a super small team of like
Yeah.
you doing like your Tom Clancy like Splinter
Super
Cell,
secret
like,
squirrels.
Yeah.
like you just like going
So
up
cool.
against the actors and just like
That actually would be really cool. It's like
Look,
you
just-
have here's your venue. You have this many places you can
infill,
insert,
yeah.
and basically it's your choice. You make your plan. You get in. You get your stuff. You have to avoid the actor like role players.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be really
Because that'd be
fun.
cool. Because I don't see that being fun for like normal players being op 4.
No, because no one would want to.
Because you just be like, oh, I'm just out on
Yeah.
patrol and I'm dead.
I mean, some people really take the role playing to another level. They enjoy it, but
Yeah.
they're very few and far between.
I get a kick out of it. I want to
like-
be
yeah.
a non-player character. Like I want to get
I've gotten in the
hostage
habit
taken.
of just playing dead all the time.
Yeah,
It's just-
even in game.
It's just fun.
Like what's Lauren doing? Oh, he's dead.
Seizing up.
Speaking of epic knife kills,
This guy.
how you doing?
This guy. He just. So if you guys go over to Node's channel and watch. Well, it's not out yet.
No,
but
it is. No, it is. It
No.
is.
No,
the
but-
latest one where I snuck up behind you and like.
No, but like this is after like the
Is
fourth.
that your swashbuckling?
Oh, dude!
knife?
I'm like I came up behind him and I was like.
And I was just like, because Matt was the traitor
Licensed.
so many times. Like literally the entire time we were playing, Matt was always a traitor. And so I'm like my strategy was like, oh, like, well, what are the odds that he's a traitor again? So I wasn't really paying attention to him. And he killed me again, and then again, and again. And I was just like, and then we all got in the trust bus, and he's supposed to show off their cards. And then he shows me his card, he's traitor. I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah,
are
he's
you
just like,
serious?
seriously?
Like, this is the thing? Like, are you for reals right now? Like, this is the third time in a row.
Yep.
And he's just like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And then I tried to run, and it didn't work.
And I
out.
shot you in the back like a bunch.
Oh my god.
Unloaded my
I
entire
died
bag.
so epically.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So trust is not a thing between you two.
I mean,
Well-
relative trust.
Yeah, relative
It's at a point now where it's just like Ryan just looks at me. He's like, "Are you a traitor again?" And I'm like, "No, you can trust me." And he's like, "Nope."
yeah. Shooting you right away.
In fact, I would not be surprised if you just start killing me at the beginning of the game.
Gonna be
you know?
punished, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
All
your
right.
turn.
No, I just pulled one. Pulled one.
Pilled one.
Pilled
Pilled
one.
one. Pilled one.
Pilfered one.
Pilled
Yeah,
one.
pilfered. This is good. This is going well. I'm
Yeah.
pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking about stealth games. So
Benjivi Latour
Stealth
asks,
Western game.
oh,
how do you be stealthy in a Western game? It's like all like black powder.
Especially because there's some jerk behind you going,
If anything, it would be like the Native American team.
"Wow."
What? With the tomahawks and stuff and the bow and arrows, that'd be stealthy.
We don't have airsoft bow and arrows.
They have Nerf like.
Yeah, no, but we don't have like
wasn't
unless
there a device like that fires a BB out of a tube?
I mean, it's really just an inner barrel with a
Yeah.
loading rod.
Yeah.
yeah,
You could make it work.
it's taking it a little far.
No, but that's
for
like
my
the only
taste.
stealthy way
Right.
to pull
Right.
off that particular
Yeah.
scenario.
Right.
Anyway, Benjivi Latour asks,
Unless you have a bone tomahawk.
watch that movie. guys.
Please, yeah.
You're gonna have a bad time.
It's pretty bad.
So bad. It's just so bad.
Okay.
Hey, Insert, if you were to build a DMR-style semi-auto gun for use in a milsim game, what system would you prefer? CO2, green gas, HPA, or AEG? So
I know
for
your
me,
answer.
well, for me, it probably depends on the venue and like and how seriously I'm taking. Like, if I were to go like sniping places, like HPA, I could probably get away with because you're going through relatively little shots, and you just go with an air stock or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
your realistic ammo consumption would be like what, like.
Because you're a DMR, you're not
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
rifleman.
so but that way I could crank out a lot higher power. Well, it also depends on the FPS limit. Like, yeah, it depends on the FPS limit. But I mean, HPA works. I would probably, if I were to build it like right now, I'd probably default to an AEG though, just because I already have them on hand. But if the FPS limit is like something crazy like 700 FPS or whatever, HPA, and then I could mess with the settings and everything to tune it exactly the way I want it and probably be a lot faster. But yeah, because now they have the air stocks. That's
Oh,
cool.
you build some pretty solid guns, so I could see that happening.
How about you?
I mean, you know me.
You choose
Pick
something
the
impractical.
past.
He'd choose the Daytona.
Yeah.
I had one.
How did that
Choose
go?
the path
How
of
did that
most
go?
resistance for
Yeah.
me. I did the Daytona and I liked it, but
Mhm.
then I got bored, like everything I do. It's like, and it
Mhm.
sits,
Uh-huh.
and then I
Mhm.
get rid of it, and then
Mhm.
I think of the next thing that's gonna take all of my money. And I would love to build a gas M14 SOCOM 16 that has massive range, but how? I don't know. I would
that'd be
love to
cool.
do it though.
Yeah, that'd be
Wouldn't that
cool.
be badass?
But see, the problem is
Well, you
that
could do an
have-
HPA.
you'd have to
You
convert
could,
it to
but-
HPA, and then at that point,
No,
like,
just a
what's the
GBB
point?
though.
Yeah.
Have a
Oh,
GBB.
with a
But
full
the
on
only gas blowback is the WeTech right now.
Well,
and
I
you'd have to
know,
like
yeah.
put so much money into that. You'd have
Well,
to
yeah,
like
because you got to get the separate SOCOM 16 barrel. Do they even make that still? I think it was Raytech that made it.
Rodtech probably still
Yeah,
makes it.
they made it, and you'd have to get that conversion, and then you'd have to do a ton of work to the hop-up and gas system to make sure that it was not only super like efficient, but also the accuracy was good.
Well, that and you'd have to replace your trigger mechanism, your loading
It's a
nozzle,
lot
your
of stuff.
bolt assembly, your bolt handle,
Like
But
I
it
said,
would be
your barrel,
all
your
the money,
bucking.
just take it all.
That's probably like $1,000 setup, not including the air rig that you want to run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you have no consistency with green gas.
Yeah. That's
Well,
true.
I mean, No, you're right. You have no consistency.
Yeah.
And I would pick an AEG because I'm really boring and I like AEGs.
They work
They work.
consistent.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want a go-to guy for all of the expensive project ideas, just come to me.
If you want just a black hole of money in any sort of thing, figure out what he's into, and then just
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that
or
same
don't and save all your money. Need a car recommendation? Go to him.
Neither of us.
that
Don't go to
hurts.
either of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're Captain Sensible.
Yeah, I'll recommend the most boring, like, unfun car you can get, and yet it'll get you from point A to point B.
This is
Boringly.
true.
It'll
This
get
is
you there
true.
boringly.
Yeah, but
It
C
gets you
A
there.
B. It's the
Yeah, B is
Alright.
for boringly.
that's
Is it
fine.
me? Is it
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go with this guy. I have a good feeling about this one.
Oh.
You gotta.
No, this is pretty good.
Okay.
I like it. Drake Carey. If you could ride any animal into an airsoft battle, what would it be? I like this question.
If you could ride any animal
Ride.
into an airsoft battle.
A bear.
A bear?
Fight.
I have a
A
feeling.
bear.
It'll turn
Okay,
around
all
and
right,
eat
but
you.
so we're
freaking
suspending
bear.
disbelief, right? Like that, if you could train a bear and you could ride it.
Yeah.
So so any animal.
Bear.
Okay. Mythical or otherwise, or real animals?
Let's go with real animals.
Real animals only. Oh well, that rules out
Mythical,
Pegasus.
it would
Pegasus.
just be... Wow. Well, not bad.
Yeah,
Screw a helicopter ride.
dude.
Pegasus
Imagine a
ride.
cowboy flying in on Pegasus.
just-
Like I raise your horse with wings.
Oh,
And a
dude.
horn.
You're just...
No.
You're
Oh,
crossing
wait.
over...
That's a unicorn.
Yeah.
Pegasus doesn't have a unicorn.
You're crossing over
unicorn.
like two different worlds, man. Greek mythology and old Wild West.
The tallest of tails.
It's
All right,
just not very camo-y.
whatever.
It's white.
Yeah.
Spray paint. Well, no.
Your
I have a feeling
your
that.
complaint is that the animal does not have enough camouflage.
Yeah.
Plus, like you're in the sky, so if it's white, it's gonna blend in with the clouds anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not worry about
Yeah.
that. How about your animal? I'll pick a real one, but you know.
I mean, an elephant would be cool.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
An elephant would be
Yeah.
cool. Like
pretty
that's
cool.
scary. Like
yeah.
how would yeah.
But like a Lord of the Rings war elephant that's like
no, like
re-
there's a
like-
picture somewhere of South Africa, like the guys in like the 1910, like 1917 or something like that with a gun, like one of those water cooled machine guns mounted on top of an elephant.
Wow.
I'll find it and I'm putting it in.
next
putting it in
game.
there.
Ryan
see
rides
that.
in on an elephant
it-
with a minigun.
I would be like
Everybody runs away. screaming.
I would be super scared. Imagine
Yeah.
like I'm just imagining like, and this is my practical side, like trying to like maneuver it and like not trying to murder any of my friends. Just
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm backing up. Beep, beep, beep.
You just have a little like horn you
Yeah.
switch you flip on.
Yeah. So I mean, an elephant would be kind of cool.
That's a good
If I mean
choice.
we're like this is under the impression that
My
like
bear would get squished.
I guess so, but
and bears run very fast.
Yeah.
I'd ride a moose.
the moose,
Nice.
dude, moose are scary.
They're
huge.
scary.
They're
They're
huge.
aggressive. They've got the physical ability to carry me and gear, and I've got a gun rest
On
built
the
in.
antlers.
This is true.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I
I'm
like
surprised more tacticians don't use moose in.
I'm pretty sure
in
they're not
battle.
tameable. Do they ride moose?
I don't know.
Mooses?
No, it's moose.
Meese?
Moose. No, it's moose.
Meese. Yeah,
It's
meese.
moose. It's like deer. Moose is
Durs-
plural
dur-
already.
durses?
Yeah.
Deers? Deerses?
No, it's just deer.
I know.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But,
Yay! High fives all around.
Gross.
Except from Ryan.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be a moose.
Cool.
I mean, I'd ride a moose.
You'd be a moose.
I think we should defer to Robo for this question. on
Hey,
moose.
Robo.
Yeah, Robo.
He already
Since
probably
you're
has
watching,
a moose. He's probably got his like Mountie kit with the red and the hat and
His
the
Mountie
moose.
sim.
Yeah,
He does.
Mountie sim.
Mounties.
Very good.
I should call up Robo and like put him on speakerphone like while I'm recording. Be like, hey, Robo, so what?
This is a good question. Finchy Finches, dear insert, love the show. In Northern Ireland, all guns must be 1 joule, or about 330 FPS with a .2 gram BB.
That's like Japanese sauce.
Does this render snipers useless? Question 1. Can you still have better range than an AEG with your longer barrel, or is it all about FPS advantage? Thanks.
That's a good question.
It is. And we've talked about this on several occasions,
No.
kind of like
Well, sort
intergroup.
of, I guess, informally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, break it down. FPS doesn't equal range. Barrel length doesn't even equal range necessarily. How well your velocity output, the amount of air you're putting out, the barrel length, and your hop up, and how you tune all of those together is ultimately what decides your range. And of course, the BB weight. You know, all of that coming together in a culmination is what makes range, not just any one particular thing.
And you can have all the range in the world, but if it's not accurate, it doesn't matter.
True. And, velocity does have something to do with the overall equation in the sense of, the BB has to get there. And how fast is it going to get there? And, it's feet per second for a reason, because it's going to get there faster the higher the FPS. So if it's 330, I mean, you can get that distance. It'll take just a little bit longer to get there. But,
Yeah. Well, it also depends on, so the heavier weight BBs, you're just increasing the power. So it's by the time it gets there, do you want it to have enough oomph that they recognize it?
Right,
so then the extra power is nice. I think that in general, sniper rifles, especially stock with all these Chinese sniper rifles coming out with higher power springs already installed in them, they can pretty easily hit about 450, 500.
Which would make them illegal.
Right out of the box. But that's one of the big draws, is that they already come shooting at a higher FPS, and so that's your main draw. I mean, you can do that pretty easily with an AEG, but, well, I say easily, but it requires a certain amount of technical skill to get an AEG up to that power level initially. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if you were to compare them, just out of the box at your country's FPS limits, then I'd say, yeah, the only thing that the sniper rifle is giving you is if there were, I don't know, some weird field rules that sort of catered in your favor to sniper rifles or something like that. But even then, I can't think of anything that you could limit at for a sniper rifle that you can do with an AEG. The AEG sort of has the advantage because of the quicker follow up shots and yeah.
I was going to say, that's kind of where I was coming from. If you're talking about the exact same FPS, you really lose kind of the advantage of having a sniper rifle because you're limiting the amount of rounds you have without having to reload. You're limiting the speed at which you can put rounds down range. So if you're both talking about a 1 joule FPS limit, the AEG has the clear advantage because you can put more rounds down range with a larger capacity.
Yeah,
less reload.
Get the same distance and accuracy out of an AEG at that same FPS.
Yeah. And you can put the same sort of optic that you could on a sniper rifle. It's not like your sniper's scope can only go on a sniper rifle, and then therefore, the only way that you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Who pulled that one? Was that you or was it?
That was you.
What?
Not.
No, I don't think so.
I did the animal.
Wait, that was my question.
Yeah.
That was your question?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That was
all right.
sorry.
We
You're
have
not paying
time for
attention.
Oops, sorry. We have time for one more question. It's
One
20
more question. Wait, is this the final
I
question?
think so, because we're at 23 minutes right now. I think
All right,
usually
guys.
about 20, 25 minutes.
Let's do it. This better be good, Ryan.
Time flies.
Yep.
Ian Briggs says, "Hey guys, love the show. What gun would you choose if you could have unlimited ammo in? No reloading, no winding, just unloading."
Oh, dude.
Minigun.
I was gonna say this
Minigun.
is pretty clear.
I'm any weapon minigun.
yeah.
But what about minigun? But what about if you have to minigun?
Minigun's cool.
Minigun. Yeah.
But what if the restriction is minigun?
Although, as an alternative, so that you don't have to deal with 3 barrels firing.
Yeah.
6.
Well, it's got 6 barrels, but only 3 of them fire, depending on what brand you have.
Yeah,
I
to
was
be
thinking of
honest,
Kraft
I actually
Apple.
haven't really looked into how they work.
Craft Apple, every single barrel fires.
Do you have a Kraft Apple minigun that you can bring in here?
Do you have any?
We have one
minigun?
downstairs that I think only uses 3
wow.
barrels.
This is turning
No,
into
it's
one of those
it fires
situations.
Yeah, no, all 6 spin and
Yeah.
all 6 are hollow, but only 3 of them have inner barrels in them, I think.
No, because they have 6.
For questions and comments,
whatever.
just
Do they?
write us
Yeah.
at
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Evike.com. It's
Whatever.
2801.
Okay, what about an
West Mission
unlimited?
Road.
What about an unlimited reloading box mag and a 240 Bravo?
I was about to say the
That'd be
240.
good. Yeah,
Like-
240 is good.
Having already used the 240 on the
Or,
Humvee,
the Stoner is my go-to.
Oh,
carry around.
actually,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
Stoner.
Consensus.
Yeah, Stoner.
The Stoner 63.
Yeah.
Stoner would be pretty cool, or
It's
just
the-
a normal. I don't know, I just want something that's it shoots fast.
Yeah.
It just needs to be portable, because that's
If
the
we
biggest
could
thing.
bring
Yeah,
a chain gun kind of thing in.
Stoner is light.
Yeah.
Good rate of fire.
And accurate.
Yeah, very accurate.
Mhm.
Easy to work on. Very reliable. I think we've never opened ours ever.
Oh,
just
there's also the
doesn't-
Crytek LMG.
That's true. Crytek LMG.
The Stoner's cooler. I think the Stoner's cooler because it's got that look that nothing
Sorry,
else has.
Tim.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's
Cool.
too busy with his dank cheese.
And on that bombshell. All right, if you guys have any future questions for us at the Not So Round Table, if you'd like to see more takeover episodes where us 3 kind of take the reins and do something a little bit different
Yes.
from the standard, hit us up in the comments section. If you guys have future questions, put those into the comments section so we can get those into the Helm of Reasoning and answer future questions. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Not So Round Table. We'll see you guys next week.
Laters.